It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Carolina Panthers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Second down and 4. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
One down on the road. 100 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year, doing as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. Him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down and 3. Now back to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On 3rd down, Carson. These guys running back out of the backfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 on the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Panthers. From 3 yards out. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is incomplete. Charles, already trailing that touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. The return is Jones. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Now he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Bonds. And past the 40. Before it's out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Turning into Brad's chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On 3rd down, Bonds, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Big Derek Brown making the stop. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man complete. It's Beal. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Straight ahead, ETN. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now Lawrence to throw. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Lawrence. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for first and goal.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. ETN is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A little short pass. This is Everett, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Had open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the ball is knocked out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. You back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll run with Etienne. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's Lawrence to throw. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down now, Bonds. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Carson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw on 3rd down, Carson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out. The field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Carson looking downfield for Jones. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here's Jones. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
And I'm thinking about the mental focus. You know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He's able to force his way through 1 man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play, 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of them.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker now with his second sack here on opening night.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Chandler Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Sink right. Hey, kill.
Lawrence will throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It has been quite a display here, the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Carson. A little short pass. This is Everett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Gun.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. But to throw again is Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 7 Warriors, 70. On the ball. That's 18, Pioneer. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 60.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the